So south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California.
Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap
between the Mexico City Golden Eagles
taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
They go play action here on first down.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Golden Eagles.
They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
To throw on 2nd down, Vaughn. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Vaughn.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These runs
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Interesting decision. I can see if you're on the 1-yard line, push it in, you're at home, but I don't know from this distance.
How far would you push it? 2-yard line, 3-yard line? Because we're beyond the 4. So this is what we're talking about now. This is a long way. And I know it's a disappointment to come away without getting a touchdown after that drive. But how about coming away with no points by going for it, not getting it? Bring out the field goal kicker, get 3, and move on.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Golden Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, 1st quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more.
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Seems like all the fireworks in this 1st quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Come on, set. Watch out now. 52.
Another run for Gibbs here. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. On 3rd down, Vaughn. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Brought down at the 20.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The Niners sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Purdy.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st down, Vaughn. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Sam Laporta, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Golden Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone.
There he goes, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now Purdy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Purdy. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on first down. Vaughn. Pass complete to the Porter. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Golden Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Final play of the half. Purdy. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of more.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
William Jackson with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
That one goes for 24 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking to throw. Vaughn.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Niners' 37-yard line.
Black. Green jacket. Check hut.
Off the play fake. Vaughn. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Ready.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Smash, red. Drill, green. Ready?
Back to throw. Vaughn.
Give him another one right back to Allen.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Golden Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49ers 10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Purdy now to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Back to throw, Purdy.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
White, black ultra. Ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Vaughn.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps his drive moving.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. Operating from the gun, Vaughn. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Operating from the gun, Vaughn. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Patterson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Golden Eagles 62, 49ers 10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
115 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Purdy with one final shot here.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.